So we hear this over and over again. High value men, high value women, blah, blah, blah. Do you even know what that means? Let's get real. Hey guys, welcome back to the Man of War channel. First and foremost, smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and do me a huge favor. Share this content. Like I've always said, we need more warrior-minded men in our society. The more, the merrier. All right, let's jump right into it. Everyone talks about high-value men, men who are worth something. Do you even know what that means? Well, I'll tell you this much. It's not the clothes you wear. It's not the job you have. It's not the car you drive. It's everything cumulative, right? Because what happens a lot of times, to be a high-value man, you got to bring something to the game. You driving $100, $200, $1 million car, and you bring nothing to the game, you're not going to have anything. And I know many men, and I know you do too, who drive a $200,000 car and live in a $200,000 house, right? And a bullshit apartment, and they're neat, but their car, boy, ooh, that's what they live by. They identify themselves with their car. That's not a high value man. Yet you have other guys who are buying watches, who are buying, $1,000 shoes and $200, $300 shirts, and every day of the week spending money on how they look, drinking protein, eating lettuce, right? I mean, think about that. That's all they do. They go to the gym. They spend 3 hours a day in the gym, and they're a perfect physical specimen, and they dress to a T. But when they open their mouth, diarrhea comes out. You know them. I know them. So we can fake things all we want, but a high-value man needs to be a man who has a strategy, a man who is an empire builder, a man who has high self-worth, a man who can lead, truly lead from the front, a leader who overcomes challenges, a leader who can build plans on the go, who can shift, adapt on the fly, a man who gives of himself, a man who knows a little bit about something. So as you know, and I know, there's so many men out there who will yap their mouth all day long, but there's really nothing to say. You can't have a conversation outside their little world, outside their walls, because they don't know anything else but what they know. They haven't taken the time to experience other things. Why? Maybe because they lack the courage. Maybe because they just feel like they'd rather sit in their own little world and be the king. But when they go out into the overall world, right, into the external world, they're no longer the king, because there's a lot of different alpha males and high value men who will shit on them. That's right. That's what they're afraid of. Instead of surrounding themselves with some high caliber kings to raise the level of his game, he'd rather go out there and hide. A high value man does not do that. A high value man is constantly seeking improvement, right? Sharpening his blade. I consider a high value man a warrior minded man, a man of action. Now think about it this way. When we talk about physical well-being, mental well-being, knowledge, and of course financial stability, those are crucial points of being a man of high value. Also a man who has etiquette, who is educated, who has compassion and drive, and that fire in his gut is visible. People miss that. They think that a high-value man is just a man with physical tangibles. That's very, very wrong. And don't get me wrong. All right, the reality is that yes, a high-value man does dress well, does take care of himself physically and mentally, does have a financial stability that you can see he is growing. But that's not just how he identifies himself based on his tangibles and physical attributes. He has to be a man of faith, a man that believes in something truly, a man who can go out there in the heat of battle and be the first one in through that door and believe with everything in his mind and his soul and his spirit that he will get the job done. That's the kind of self-confidence that's exuded, that's exhibited by a high-value man, a man of moral courage. How many men do you know that are out there in this world that truly have a virtuous mind with moral courage? Very far few between. So when I say a high value man, these are the attributes and the principles that every man needs to bring to the table. I should say every high value man should bring to the table. So maybe it's time for you to cross-check yourself, sit in a dark room, and really ask yourself, who are you and what are you about? Because if you're truly a high value man, then good for you. You have what it takes. But if you're just a penny pincher, a man who has one or two things going for him in his life, but is missing all the rest, you don't have any value. You don't bring any value to the table. Some food for thought. All right, guys, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and of course, share the hell out of this content. All right, like I've said before over and over again, let's get men to step up in our world. All right, guys, before I roll, I want you to go watch this video here. It's important. Also, if you're interested in attending the Men of War Crucible, menofwarcrucible.com, menofwarcrucible.com. It is a life-changing experience. And if you graduate, I will tell you this, you will enter into the most powerful brotherhood of elite men in the world. All right, guys, until next time, may God bless you.